So I finished up digging my neighbor's pond with the link belt, so I folded the thumb up so I could dig. And now I had a few people ask me about how it folds up. So as you can tell, you got the main brace up here. It just folds up. You take this one pin out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually take a video of folding it back down, and I'll kind of give you an idea of how it works. Now when this is brand new and nice, it unfolds in about 5 minutes once you get that bolt out. Now that it's got some age on it, it's kind of worn a little bit. We got dirt all in there. It can be a little bit of a royal pain in the ass to get that pin knocked out. So first things first, you got to take this bolt out right here and then knock this pin out, and then I'll show you what to do from there. So I got the bolt taken out, and I've tapped it a little bit just to make sure it would move here real quick. 3-pound sledgehammer, and this is a mini excavator bucket pin. Works great for a driving pin because it's about half the diameter of the one that's in there. And if I can find a place to set my camera up, I'll video me knocking that out real quick. So now on this style of thumb, this is a Soulsby, best thumb ever. I love this thing for a manual thumb. You don't have to knock the pin all the way out, just knock it clear through your, let's see, I might have to go just a touch more. Yeah, I gotta go just a touch more so that'll come out. You gotta get it clear to right here, and then you can leave the pin. I mean, that's probably about a 40 or 50 pound pin. Leave it, as long as it's free, it'll stay in the thumb. And then you move the bucket to flip it over. So I'll finish knocking that through just a little bit more, and then I'll go ahead and move the bucket, and I'll show you how to fold it down. Now that's the easy part. Well, the smart thing was, when we did fold it up, it was such a pain to get it out from the fold down position. My neighbor, he had like some military grade never sees, so we put it on that pin and it actually slid out pretty easy. So I'm going to show you real quick how to fold it down. So what you do is you get in here, and all you pretty much do once you put it in gear is raise your bucket up. You want to curl your bucket up so that it hits the thumb or as close to it, and then just stick out. And what it'll do is it'll fall against the bucket, and then you brace, and then you just curl it out. Now what I like to do is just stick the bucket out to about right there. And as you can see, it's just kind of free hanging there. Well, that gives you no resistance there on the thumb when you're trying to line the pin up. So pretty much now all you have to do is come over here and push this brace in. Well, I got to pull the thumb back just a touch, but I can do that and then shove this pin in. So I'm going to do that real quick. Actually, I'm going to pull this pin out. I had to spin it just a little bit and line the bolt holes back up. One thing I don't like about this pin is they didn't put a little tapered edge on it. So when we took it out, because when you beat it back in, you know, it kind of mushrooms the head out. Well, I like to drive it in from this way. That way you can line your bolt hole up. Because when you're shoving it through this way, you're blind and you can't never exactly tell where your bolt hole is. So you have to either knock it all the way through or try to line it up somehow. It's a little bit of a pain. So I won't be able to do it this time because I didn't grind enough off. Like I said, when you drive it in there with a hammer, it kind of mushrooms the head out, and then it won't go through this hole since it's such a tight fit. So I'm going to pull it out and line it up the best I can, and then tap it on through. So it was a little hard to hold the camera and line that up. I kind of had to hold my hand in here and get everything lined up. Well, it tapped right in with the hammer, so I'm pleased with that. I kind of, before I put this brace back in there, I slid the pin all the way through and lined the hole up, then I pulled it back straight through, and it seemed to line back up. The bolt fit back in there, so I did that. I got a locking nut on it. I don't tighten it all the way up just because if those threads get hit with something, it's just a whole lot more to unwind. It doesn't never go anywhere, so the bolt was too long. But anyways, that's how you fold down the manual thumb. Oh yeah, I guess I should point out what these holes are for. I have it in the bottom hole. This gives the thumb, lowers it as far as it possibly can. You have 3 different settings. You have a low, medium, and high. I think in this hole right here, when the stick's at a 90 degree and the bucket's flat, the thumb is like at a 90 degree angle. So I tend to like it to be all the way down. It just seems like it's easier to grab everything. And then obviously this hole right here is the locking hole for when it's raised up. This flops up and then this goes into that hole. So there it is. Whole job took about 10 minutes, so not too bad.